Madam Co-Chair, distinguished delegates, I would like to thank the member states and the Bureau for the opportunity to speak at this PrepCom. We are delighted that the conference will be held in the beautiful city of Quito and congratulate the government of Ecuador for having this opportunity. The New School is a private university in New York with a long history of public engagement on questions of public concern. We also have the highest proportion of international students of any university in the United States. We are here because we are deeply committed to the goals of Habitat 3. We believe that the challenge of cities represents an important opportunity to address the global problems of inequality, climate change, and equitable economic growth. We believe that the discussion of cities needs to look beyond the city itself, to see how cities can contribute to solving global problems. We suggest, while the new urban agenda must address the problems of cities, it must also think inside out. It must link to rural areas and to the broader global frame. If it is true that 70% of global GDP comes from urban areas, it is not an exaggeration to assert that the economic, social, and indeed the political futures of all of our countries depends on cities. The responsibility we all have to assure that Habitat 3 is productive is therefore an important one. I would like to submit that the universities around the world have many contributions to make in the Habitat 3 process. Universities have a central role in capacity building, creating new forms of knowledge to help build new cities, the cities we need for the 21st century. Universities also have a unique position as independent observers of how well governments and civil society have met their commitments in forests such as these. Having personally participated myself in both Habitat 1 in 1976 and Habitat 2 in 1996, I believe that tracking the fulfillment of commitments is an essential part of this process if we wish Habitat 3 to have a positive effect on the world. Responsible research and evaluation studies by faculty and students can be a powerful tool to increase knowledge of the issues to be addressed by Habitat 3 and can contribute to having a truly democratic process and conference. Here in Nairobi, we have presented a video of a tribunal we held in New York in February 2015 to assess who is responsible for the many problems facing cities in the world. We invited representatives of countries and communities to present their testimony about the problems they face. We believe that failed governance is a key issue to address in the Habitat 3 process. The footprints of the future suggest a horizon of menace. All of us must do better to turn that into a horizon of hope. I would like to stress two further points for your consideration, Madam Chairman. First, building sustainable cities requires open participation of all groups. We strongly suggest that the Habitat 3 process should continue to be open and encourage participation from all groups in civil society. Indeed, I would suggest that Habitat 3 should be considered as a global participatory process as much as a global event. Internet technology should facilitate global participation in this process. Secondly, nation-states and civil society groups need to work to assure that cities are fully included in the Sustainable Development Goals. The current Sustainable Development Goals, which refer to cities, do not refer sufficiently either to the importance to maintain the productivity of cities as we go forward, or to assure that cities are able to become less unequal. The Sustainable Development Goals have a major role to play, and I don't think they're sufficient to this point. Madam Chair, in closing, I would say we are living in a historic moment. I would say a Galilean moment. The world is not flat, it is urban. The world is not flat, it is urban. Recognizing that fact underlines the importance of Habitat 3 and its role in involving the widest number of people and participants around the globe. Thank you, Madam Chairman.